Welcome back to the vault. I am the sleepy story keeper, and I have been waiting for you. Tonight, the mist of the village is thick and cold, but we are heading somewhere the damp cannot reach. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the weight of the outside world staying behind on the stone doorstep. We are stepping into a sanctuary of ancient wood and flickering shadows, a place where the only sound is the rhythmic heartbeat of a crackling fire. The air here is dry, warm, and still. There is no one to answer to, and nowhere else you need to be. Let go of the edges of the world. Let your eyes grow heavy. Our journey begins now. Here we begin another quiet story. A story about shelter, about warmth, about a place where time moves differently. If your thoughts begin to wander, let them. They know where they need to go. The village is different tonight. Rain has come, soft at first, then steady. It falls on the cobblestones, on the thatched roofs, on the garden gates and wooden doors. The lantern keeper walks as she always does, slowly, steadily, but tonight her cloak glistens with rain. Tonight she is not lighting the outdoor lanterns. Tonight she is leading you somewhere else. Somewhere warm, somewhere safe, somewhere the village keeps secret until it is needed. You follow her through the rain-dampened streets, past darkened windows, past the sleeping square, past the old well where rainwater pools and ripples. The mist curls around the lantern's light, soft and grey, like breath in winter. Your footsteps are quiet on the wet stones. The rain whispers all around you, a constant, gentle, endless sound. Then the lantern keeper stops. Before you stands a building you have never noticed before, though surely it has always been there. Stone walls, thick and ancient, covered in climbing ivy that glistens with rain. A heavy arched oak door, dark with age, held by iron hinges that look older than memory. The lantern keeper reaches for the iron ring, pulls, and with a slow creak the door opens. Immediately everything changes. The cold mist of the village vanishes. The sound of rain becomes distant, muffled, as if happening in another world. The air here is still, warm, and smells of ancient things. Dried lavender, aged cedar, and the sweet, heavy scent of beeswax candles. You step inside, and the door closes softly behind you. The library, the hidden library. Not hidden because it is secret, but hidden because you must need it to find it. And tonight you needed it. The lantern keeper moves forward, her light no longer the only light. Candles burn throughout the space, dozens of them, perhaps hundreds, their flames perfectly still in the windless air. Tall, thick, made of golden beeswax, they smell of honey and summer, even on this rainy night. The floor beneath your feet is stone, smooth and cool, worn by centuries of footsteps. Your own steps echo softly, then fade, absorbed by the waiting silence. You walk deeper into the room. High above, the ceiling is lost in shadow, held up by pillars of dark stone. The pillars rise like ancient trees, strong, patient, holding the weight of all this gathered knowledge. Thousands of books line the walls. From floor to ceiling, shelf after shelf after shelf, their leather spines glowing softly in the firelight. Brown and burgundy and deep forest green, gold lettering catching the candlelight, titles in languages you know and languages you have never seen. Some books are small, thin as a whisper. Others are massive, bound in iron and wood, looking more like chests than books, all of them waiting, patient. They have been here long before you arrived, and they will be here long after you leave. This is a place that knows how to wait. At the far end of the library, a fireplace, large enough to stand in, built of the same dark stone as the pillars, with a fire burning steadily inside. Not a roaring fire, not a crackling, leaping fire, but a deep, constant, glowing fire, the kind that burns for hours without tending, that asks nothing, that simply gives warmth. The lantern keeper gestures toward it. There, beside the hearth, sits a high-backed wing chair. It is covered in soft, worn tapestry, faded with age, patterned with vines and flowers you can barely see. The fabric has been touched by countless hands, warmed by countless bodies, and it remembers them all. You move toward it, slowly, drawn by the warmth, by the promise of rest. As you sit, the chair seems to embrace you. The cushion yields perfectly, as if it has been waiting just for you, just for this moment. Your body sinks into it, shoulders dropping, breaths deepening. The warmth of the fire reaches you, steady, enveloping, like being held. The lantern keeper sets her lantern down, its work done for the moment. She moves to a nearby shelf, running her fingers along the spines of books, reading them not with her eyes, but with her touch. She knows them all. Every volume, every page, every word. Finally, she stops. Her hand rests on a massive book, bound in deep brown leather, its edges gilded in gold that has softened with time. She pulls it from the shelf, carefully, respectfully, as one might lift a sleeping child. The book is heavy, substantial, filled with pages that have weight, that have substance. She carries it to a wooden stand beside your chair, a stand carved from dark oak, worn smooth by use. She places the book upon it gently and opens the cover. The sound is quiet but distinct. A whisper of thick parchment, of pages that have been turned 1,000 times, of paper that remembers every touch. The pages are cream-coloured, not white, aged to the colour of candlelight itself. The text is written in careful script, each letter formed with patience, with intention, with love. But you don't need to read the words. You don't need to follow the story. You only need to watch as the lantern keeper slowly turns the pages, one, then another, each one whispering as it falls. The sound is like breath, like wind through leaves, like something alive but gentle. The shadows of the fire dance across the parchment, making the words seem to move, to shift, to breathe. Illustrations appear, drawn in ink and touched with gold leaf, images of forests, of stars, of creatures both real and imagined. But they are not demanding. They simply exist, patient on the page, waiting to be noticed or not. It doesn't matter. You sink deeper into the chair, watching the pages turn, watching the firelight play across the ancient paper, listening to that soft, rhythmic, whispering sound. The lantern keeper's hands move slowly, never rushing, never hesitating. She knows exactly when to turn each page. Not too fast, not too slow, but at the pace the book itself wants to be read. The fire crackles softly. Just once, a small pop of sap, then returns to its quiet burning. The warmth surrounds you, complete, undemanding, and above, high above, you hear the rain. It falls on the stained glass windows. Windows you can barely see in the shadows above. The sound is distant, muffled, like something happening in a dream. A soft, steady drumming, not harsh, not violent, but gentle. The kind of rain that nurtures, that soothes, that asks you to rest while it does its work. The stained glass catches what little light reaches it, from the candles below, from the fire, from the lantern keeper's lantern. Fragments of colour appear in the darkness. Deep blue, ruby red, amber gold, like jewels half hidden in shadow. The rain runs down the glass, following paths it has followed for centuries, creating patterns, temporary rivers that disappear and reform. Inside, in the circle of the fire's warmth, you are completely dry, completely safe. The rest of the world has ceased to exist. There is only this room, this chair, this fire, this ancient book with its whispering pages. The lantern keeper turns another page and another. The rhythm constant, steady, like a heartbeat. The library breathes around you. You can feel it, the slow, deep, patient breath of a place that has seen centuries pass. Books settling on their shelves, their leather bindings expanding and contracting with the warmth. So subtle you almost don't hear it. The candles burning, their flames drawing wax up through the wick, a process as old as fire itself. The rain continuing its soft percussion on the glass above, eternal, endless, comforting. Your own breath slows to match. In and out, deep and easy. Your body feels heavy now, held by the chair, warmed by the fire, surrounded by the quiet presence of 10,000 sleeping stories. The lantern keeper turns another page. The parchment whispers. The fire glows. The rain falls. Everything in its place. Everything as it should be. Time moves differently here. Minutes might be hours. Hours might be minutes. It doesn't matter. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. The library asks nothing of you. It simply offers shelter, warmth, peace. The lantern keeper glances at you just for a moment, her face soft in the firelight. She sees that you are safe, that you are warm, that you are beginning to drift. This is what she wanted. This is why she brought you here. She returns her attention to the book, turning another page and another, the rhythm never changing, never faltering. The illustrations pass by, one after another, beautiful and strange and familiar all at once. But you are not really seeing them anymore. Your eyes are growing heavy. The fire blurs into a soft glow. The candles become distant stars. The sound of pages turning becomes the sound of waves, gentle, rhythmic, pulling you deeper, and the rain continues above, steady and sure, telling you that it's all right to rest, that the world outside is being cared for, that everything is being tended, that you can let go. The library holds you. The chair embraces you. The fire warms you. And the lantern keeper, she keeps watch, turning pages you no longer see, tending a vigil you no longer need to maintain. She will stay as long as you need, all night if necessary, because this is what she does. She keeps the light. She tends the sacred spaces. She watches over those who need watching. The booker is endless. Its pages continue forever, or seem to, but that doesn't matter, because you are no longer following the story. You are becoming part of it, sinking into it, dissolving into the warmth, the softness, the complete and total safety of this ancient place. The rain whispers above. The fire glows below. The pages turn, and you are held, safe, warm, home. The library breathes, the candles burn, the night deepens, and somewhere in the space between waking and sleeping, you hear the lantern keeper's voice, soft as thought, telling you, rest now. The library will keep you. The fire will warm you. The rain will sing you to sleep. And when morning comes, if morning comes, you awake gently, slowly, as if from the most peaceful dream you've ever had. But for now, there is only this: the chair, the fire, the whispering pages, the distant rain, and the deep, profound, unshakable knowledge that you are exactly where you need to be. Rest now. The library keeps watch. The lantern keeper keeps watch. The rain keeps falling, and you can finally let go.